What's good, y'all? What's good? You already know what time it is. It's your motherfucking boy Big Betty, and this is the Real Talk Real Shit podcast. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. On today's episode, I'm gonna be talking about purpose. I'm gonna be talking about purpose. Really, it's about purpose. And I'm gonna just go ahead and start like saying this. For one, thank you to my brother out there. Had a good thought-provoking conversation tonight at work. And I've been feeling some kind of way lately, man. I've just been feeling some kind of way. I couldn't really put a pinpoint on it. Like figure out where I was feeling and why I was feeling, you know what I'm saying? So I was talking to somebody and it put me in perspective, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's always good to talk to people so you can get an understanding of where you at. So it's been this like empty feeling I've been having lately. It's been this emptiness, this void I could feel. Like I feel like a void is in my life. And it's more like a spiritual calling. I say like, for one, every soldier or every man needs a mission. A man's life has to have purpose. I can only really speak on man because I'm a man. I can't really speak for women like that. And if I could speak any wise words, and it hopefully would touch everybody. But I can only pretty much speak from my perspective, a man's perspective. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I've been feeling like I know what my purpose is on this world, like basically to make the world a better place. That's just how, I feel inside. That's what I feel like my purpose is. But at the same time, America gives you so many mundane, pointless things to fill your time with. And it's really it's depressing, man. Like, it's so depressing. It's like right now, right? It's Christmas time, right? It's so many grown people, millions of grown people, hundreds of millions of grown people, or millions of grown people running around trying to keep this lie of Christmas alive. And I'm not hating on nobody who's a Christian, and I'm not hating on nobody's religion or holiday, but I'm saying this, simply put, you got so many grown-ups and adults out here keeping the lie of Christmas alive, keeping the tradition of Christmas alive, knowing good and well that it's a lie. They know good and well there's no Santa. They know good and well that there's no such thing. Christmas, the holiday, is a big lie just to distract you, more or less. In the modern times, it's a money distraction. It's it's still spiritual too, but it's a money distraction, and that's just one example, man. You got pointless things like basketball, football, jobs are pointless things. Because the thing about it is, this is the number one, this is where I was thinking about all this from. You work a job, right? You're doing tasks for somebody else. Daily, over and over, repetitive tasks, mundane tasks like wrapping a burger or putting lettuce on a burger, or, and I'm not saying, it's not all about food, but, or just driving a city bus, or just fucking day to day, your job is usually the same thing. So you kind of know what you're looking for. You get a routine of things. You get good at it. You get complacent with it. You get bored. You get what I'm saying. You will be at back in the old days, somebody could work the job for like 20 or 30 years and retire there. You know what I'm saying? These new times, you work a job as long as you can and survive at it as long as you can, and the job is done with you when it's done with you. So basically what I'm saying, there's a lack of fulfillment for anybody who's logical. You kind of have to be crazy or insane just to think that you could work for somebody for the rest of your life and retire like that. And you got to be kind of insane to think that you could give somebody the better part of your life, the better years of your life, the best efforts from your best body, the youngest body that you have, your able body. Give the best parts of yourself to basically sell your soul for enough to come back the next 2 weeks. Like, it's basically you're selling your soul for nothing just to keep doing it again, on top of taxes that you're getting robbed out your check that you're not even legally supposed to pay, because in the 16th Amendment it says we're not even supposed to pay taxes, like be taxed as citizens, because if we're not supposed to be taxed. So the income tax, all these things that, you know, they got you watching. It's like, put it like this: your life is being sucked from you, and the only sense of fulfillment that we have as citizens is shit like the only sense of fulfillment that they give readily available to us is shit like movies, to waste your time and pass your time, restaurants and places to go and just waste your time and waste your money and just keep you in a cycle of like helplessness. Because you got to think about it, man. Like, this is what I'm getting at. We're in a time now to where we don't build nothing for ourselves. We don't hunt for our food. We don't gather anything. We're not pretty much storing. We're not storing food. We're not stockpiling. We're not preparing for the future. We're in a time now where everything is so instant and selfish and right now. And it's only about right now, and there is no future. People are not thinking about tomorrow. They only think about today and right now. And that is a deadly existence. It's deadly. That's why so many young people are stressed, mentally depressed, you know, have so many mental illnesses, because there's no fulfillment here. There's no fulfillment in doing a job that has nothing to do with you or your purpose in life. Working that job for 30 years until your purpose in life goes away, because the thing that you thought you was going to do with your life, you don't have the money or the time to invest in it, to do it, to develop it. So you have to work mundane tasks, bullshit jobs for your fucking time just to pay your bills. You know, it's a cycle. It's a system and a cycle of desperate and desolation. It's really, man, America, I love it. I'm glad to have been raised here and born here. I'm American to the core. I'm a true patriot. I'm a true American. But at the same time, America has so many loopholes, and more like it's like a facade. You got a veil over your eyes in America. Everything, you got the rose-colored glasses. Like, everything looks nice until you really get on it, take them glasses off and look at it. And shit is really, really, really corrupted and fucked up. But we're so blinded by the fucking football game that comes on. We're still worried about LeBron James shot 45 shots last night. We're worried about the new this that's coming out, the new car that's coming out, the new this that's coming out. We're in a pipeline situation to where we're constantly worried about the new material item to make us feel a sense of self-worth or anything, because we're really useless, a bunch of useless citizens. And I'm not talking about me, and I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm talking about the masses. They're a useless society. It's a useless society who can't fend for themselves. Majority of them can't run a mile. Majority of them cannot fight. Majority of people cannot hunt. Majority of people are not physically, mentally, or any type of stability to survive in the real world. And by the real world, I'm not talking about stoplights and gold and checks and balances and taxes. I'm talking about the real world when it ain't none of that. When you got to survive off the land, when you got to live like a man. You know what I mean? So it's really hard out here for real soldiers, man. Like, you know, for the strong brother in the world, they'll either lock you up in somebody's jail keep you caged in, or they'll tell you to go to the military, or they'll tell you to join the police force, or they'll tell you to do all these pointless things so you can be broke and poor for the rest of your life and keep the world going, instead of saying you can goddamn be a shoe man, you could be a shoemaker, you could be a video game developer, you could be a pilot, you could be anything you want. You could be a business owner. You can sell crayons and make money selling that. You can sell tissue, make tissue. You can sell glue like Elmer's and make billions of dollars doing that. You can do whatever you want. You know, they don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you save $1 every day for 10 years and you'll have this amount of money. They don't teach you none of that. They don't teach you put money in a shoebox. They teach you put your money into the system. Put your money back into the game, the new system, the new game that's coming out. Put your money into the new movie that comes out this Friday. Every Friday, you got new movies coming out. Every day, you got new this coming out. Every week, you got new that coming out to keep you broke, to keep you in a sense of like buying something makes you feel fulfilled. When buying something should give you no sense of fulfillment because you didn't create nothing. You did not create anything when you bought into something. You bought into something. When you buy those pair of Levi jeans, it's 50,000 more right behind it. And the same man with the next man with the same amount of money as you can buy that shit. So you bought into Levi. Now you're walking around a Levi logo. You're walking around a Jordan logo because you bought into that instead of saying, I can make my own shoes. You know what I mean? It's just sad. You got people who out here trying like a Shaq or a Master P, and you know, I'm not for nobody, I'm not siding with nobody, but I'm saying this. You got people out here like Master P who making the Master P shoes, and Shaq who's making Shaqs and shit and selling them for however much they sell them for, but people won't fuck with them because we're too conditioned to only buy Jordans. We too conditioned to only fucking wear Nikes. We too conditioned to only support companies that are not for us and not by us and not have nothing to do with us. So we're only conditioned to put our money into pointless and purposeless places to make other people bigger, to make you smaller and a slave to the system. Because like I said, until you're creating something, see, it's all good to be a consumer when you're young. It's all good. But once you become a man, you got to figure out what you can provide to this world. Because if you're a 50-year-old man still fucking buying video games, if you're a 50-year-old man still fucking not trying to contribute to society, then you don't need to be in society. You can't live in this world and not contribute into this world. You know, and I guess there is a place for consumers and all that shit too. I guess there's a place for those type of people too. But at the end of the day, man, we should all be striving to be better. You know what I mean? The longer you live, the more wiser and the better you should be. If you're living long and not prospering and not being better every day and every year, you should not be here. You know? And people act like, who are you to say that? Logic tells me to say that. Because I'm going to tell you, if I smoked crack every day, if I woke up every morning and just smoke crack, chased it, that drug's eventually going to make my heart explode and make me die. So there are actions in this world that are pointless and wasteful, that are not progressive. They're destructive. So if you go in the opposite way of construction, you're going to destruction. So people need to fucking be logical. And once you're in the logical mind, then you can discern right from wrong, and you can discern who should go and who should stay. And I'm not talking about people living and dying. I'm talking about worth, value, positions in society, positions in the world. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the only way is for you to do something on the side. Like I'm doing this podcast, man. This gives me a sense of fulfillment. It gives me a sense of value because this is my mind. What I'm giving y'all is my mind, my thoughts, you know, the truth, you know, and then I'm just, you know, it's like when you paying attention to shit starts coming together, man. It's your motherfucking boy, Big Bad A, though, man. Let's wake up, man. Let's get the sense of purpose back, man. Let's become warriors again. Poets be poets. You know, strong people be strong, weak people be weak, man. Let's get back to being who we are and what we supposed to be, man. Because we almost done tricked ourselves out of our own positions by allowing this media and these digital devices and this new world that's being rubbed onto us to destroy us. You know what I mean? So wake up, man. I just tired of this shit, man. It's your motherfucking boy, Big Baddie, man. It's a Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. Let's get it.